The scent was stronger now. She pricked up her ears and listened to the grumbles of her pack, the shriek of angry crows, the whir of wings and sound of running water. Somewhere far off she could hear horses and the calls of living men. But they were not what mattered. Only the scent mattered. She sniffed the air again. There it was, and now she saw it too. Something pale and white drifting down the river, turning where it brushed against a snag. The reeds bowed down before it. She splashed noisily through the shallows and threw herself into the deeper water, her legs churning. The current was strong, but she was stronger. She swam, following her nose. The river smells were rich and wet, but those were not the smells that pulled her. She paddled after the sharp red whisper of cold blood, the sweet cloying stench of death. She chased them as she had often chased a deer through the trees, and in the end she ran them down, and her jaw closed around a pale white arm. She shook it to make it move, but there was only death and blood in her mouth. By now she was tiring, and it was all she could do to pull the body back to shore. As she dragged it up the muddy bank, one of her little brothers came prowling, his tongue lolling from his mouth. She had to snarl to drive him off, or else he would have fed. Only then did she stop to shake the water from her fur. The white thing lay face down in the mud, her dead flesh wrinkled, pale, cold blood trickling from her throat. "Rise," she thought. "Rise and eat and run with us." The sound of horses turned her head. Men. They were coming from downwind, so she had not smelled them, but now they were almost here. Men on horses with flapping black and yellow and pink wings and long shiny claws in hand. Some of her brothers bared their teeth to defend the food they'd found, but she snapped at them until they scattered. That was the way of the wild. Deer and hares and crows fled before wolves, and wolves fled from men. She abandoned the cold white prize in the mud where she had dragged it, and ran, and felt no shame.